Hey y'all, it's your girl Tasty back with another video of someone else's video. Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. I was scrolling YouTube and I came across a video in my feed. I am not subscribed to the channel, just so happened to be in my feed. My apologies for the dogs in the background. It's very aggy. Their owner is out there feeding them, I suppose. But anyways, um, the title of the video is Psalm Magic, like the book of Psalm in the Bible. It says Psalm 94, reverse any curse. Very appealing to me, a video I wanted to watch, and I figured you, my audience, may want to watch as well. So let's push play, see what's going on.
Hello there, how are you doing? We just made a nice talisman to Samael. We made a couple actually. You might want to go look at what we did. Because today we're reversing a curse. Today we are reversing a curse. Return to sender. Okay? Now, if most of our curses, like we talked about during the video, are self-induced. Very few people actually are as cursed as they think they are from people, because a good curse from a well-trained practitioner of magic is so rare, because most of us don't do them because we don't want to deal with the fallouts. And when we do them, I don't do them, but those who do them are probably not that interested in you, because they do take a lot of work. So I think a lot of times when we think that we have curses placed upon us, it's just our ego thinking we're so important that some great magician would put so much effort into harming us.
But anyways,
what can happen is that we do have internal curses that we place upon ourselves, and they will utilize just negative energy from other people. Anybody that doesn't like us, anybody that does have negative thoughts towards us, it will use that to those energies to strengthen our own self-cursing. But remember, the bulk of the curses are self-induced. And when we return this to sender, we are returning it to the native nothingness from whence it came. Because all of this cursing that's self-induced comes out of nothing. Okay, so we are just returning it back to nothing and being cleansed and prospered as a result of it. As we said before also, that when we are working with Samael, if you're working with the angel, he's the warrior, okay? And so he's going to battle on our behalf. And whenever we are victors in battle, whether we're slaying a dragon or whether we're slaying an army, we always get booty. There's always the spoils of war. So there is a great blessing that comes from releasing ourselves from the clutches of these curses. Like I said, the bulk of which are self-induced. So the dragon's always guarding a treasure, and an army always gets the spoils of war, and that's what we get to have as well. All right, so this is Psalm 94, and this is to return a curse, whether it's self-induced or placed upon us. And if it's placed upon us, unfortunately, that person will probably get it back on them. But like I said, most of this is self-induced, and we are returning it back into its native nothingness. We do not wish harm on anyone. We instead ask to be relieved of harm that is placed upon us.
That's the most important part, to just be relieved.
Here we go, Psalm 94. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth, O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall he not correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall he not know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that are vanity. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return unto the righteous, and the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord hath been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delighted my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. Yes. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our God shall cut them off. All right, so now we go back through and we plant these seeds, and we want these seeds to be deeply planted in our mind, so that not only is this reversed, but it will never have to come to this again, because these seeds will be planted so that our defenses are always strong against our own evil thoughts as well as the thoughts of others. Right. Okay, so Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth, O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. So the psalmist repeats himself twice to be very, very clear that it is not up to us to avenge ourselves. Right. It is the Lord who avenges us. Who is the Lord? The Lord is perfect love, the life principle, perfect truth, perfect justice, perfect knowledge, perfect wisdom. All right? So God knows how to avenge. We do not. Right. We do not. We are not allowed to understand vengeance, because that is beyond our ken. Right. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Okay, so now the reward to the proud, first of all, we want our own pride to be rewarded. We want our own inner workers of iniquity to be dealt with by God. We recognize that they are not a part of who we truly are, and we are willing to relinquish them and allow God to take care of this for us. Yes. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? You know how long things have been going on that you don't like in your life. These little issues that you can't seem to get past. All these things that just seem like, this again. How long? Long time. Are these wicked going to triumph? Well, as long as you hang on to them, and as long as you decide that they are really who you are. Right. Now we are actually doing something about it. We are going to God and saying, remove this from us. Remove it all. Remove this from us. Reverse this for us. Right. How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? Right. Okay, here we go. Okay. How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves?
He must be about to dig into it, but he said, nope, stay focused, because you see how that started and then came back. He was about to get into it. He do look like a preacher man where he's sitting at his desk. He was about to preach to us, and that would have been all right, but I guess he just wanted to stay focused, so now I'm going to stay focused on video.
Well, how many times do you boast about your problems? I always get the blah, 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 blah. Right. Oh, here it comes again. Right. Blah, 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 blah. Stop boasting
Speaking that shit into existence.
They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. So your evil thought forms are keeping you away from your divine heritage.
A friend of mine brought that to my attention, that one of her greatest mottos is Your words have power, your thoughts have power. And if you continue to tell yourself and say out into the atmosphere, like I mentioned to her, seem like from October to December, it's always tough for me because, it's a lot going on. My sons, their birthday is in December, and, it's a few days before Christmas, so it's always, busy and intense. And I would say, my money always kind of funny around that time. And she brought it to my attention. If you always say your money is always funny around that time, your money is going to always be funny around that time. And, it was like an aha moment that I never really, caught myself on and brought that to my attention. But, after she brought that to my attention, I was stuck on it and, feel the responsibility of passing that on to other people. You gotta be mindful of your words and your thoughts towards yourself and other people.
All of the good that is waiting for you is kept in trust for you until you are able to break free from these evil thought forms, which most of which or all of which are of your own making. Oftentimes,
right.
They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. So those evil thought forms, those thought forms that don't want you to succeed, you've got to recognize that they don't care about you, even though sometimes they are sly. Sometimes they are tempting. Those inner thoughts can be very tempting, like that they're going to offer you something good. All they want to do is slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. They want to mess you up.
Right.
And for no other reason that they're insane.
Right.
That's all.
Sure.
And they're not real. That's the big joke. That's the big tragic cosmic joke.
Right.
Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. How many times is that true? We're like, nobody's watching. Nobody knows. I can do this. Nobody knows. Be careful of that. God sees everything. God knows everything, and that's good news. It's good news that God knows everything, because then you don't have to worry about keeping the lie up for God.
Right.
Because God doesn't. God knows.
Ain't got to weigh it on you.
You want God to be where vengeance belongs.
Carry your burden.
Take care of all of that for you. You don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to carry your burden.
Don't try to hide it from God. Give it all to Him.
Let go. Let
fix
God.
it for you. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? Yeah. So the brutish, the brutes inside of you, the foolish inside of you, those demons are legion. Okay? And you can't go through and find each and every one of them and fix it yourself. There's not enough lives available to you. Give it all to God, and God will take care of it for you.
Sure.
He that planteth the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chasteneth the heathen, shall he not correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall he not know? This whole verse is saying, basically, or these two verses are saying, what do you think God's an idiot?
Okay.
Do you think he's a moron? That he doesn't know what to do?
He don't know what's going on.
So don't try to do God's job for him.
Exactly.
God's going to handle the vengeance.
Yes.
God will take care of all of that for you. The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, and that they are vanity. So God knows your vain thoughts. God knows your vain thoughts more than you do. Sometimes we think that we're thinking a holy thought when it's actually not. And so we are asking to be shown. We are asking to be purified. We are asking to be lifted up. We want our vibrations to be raised. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law. We want God to chasten us, meaning we want God to say yes, no, yes, no. Because if we go to where God leads us, we are always going to glory, 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 happy, happy, happy.
You gotta know that if God leads it to you, He will lead you through it. No matter if it's good or it's bad. He put an idea in your head, that means He got a plan for you to get to your goal. Like how they say God will not put anything on you that you can't bear. He's not going to put too much on you that you could bear. Like, we go through things to strengthen us. Every part of us. To strengthen us for this life. y'all know it's hectic. It's not peaches and cream, and it's not, you know, gonna be good. It's always going to be something we got to get through, and that's balance. That's reward for learning lessons and, you know, keeping ourselves with God as we go through those things. How we react to what's going on with us. You know, you get the reward for learning your lesson, or you don't. You go through it again, just in a different situation. And I'm not preaching to y'all. I'm really, when I be recording, I'm talking to myself, and I know it can be, you know, a word or something that other people might hear. So yeah, I'm talking to me and I'm talking to you.
Success, 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 win, 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 win. Okay? That thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity until the pit be digged for the wicked. So all of your negative thought forms, all of those evil, vengeful thought forms, whether they be self-induced or placed upon you, and I say all, if not most if not all of those thoughts are your own, will be cast into their native nothingness. They are nothing. Remember what A Course in Miracles says at the beginning. The Course can be summed up with these words: nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, herein lies the peace of God. So all of the stuff that the pit will be digged for simply represents the native nothingness to which all of these evil thought forms go, because in ultimate reality, they don't exist, just like darkness doesn't exist, and that's seen once the light is turned on. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. God does not turn his back on you.
Nope.
Never has, never will.
Never will.
God loves you.
All
you are
the time.
God's very divine, beloved child.
Yes.
And he's got his inheritance for you. And like I said, it's kept in trust until you learn how to receive it. And that's what we're asking you to learn how to do.
Right.
But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. We want to be judged. We want to be judged because ultimately God judges you as being fabulous, and everything that's not fabulous, God knows how to remove for you.
You heard that right. He wants to look at you as if you're fabulous. Be fabulous. Be a great human being. So he can look at you as such, because he sees everything. He hears everything. Okay? What goes around comes back around. What goes up must come down.
If we don't keep it, if we don't hoard our evil thought forms, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Who will? You know who will.
You already
God
know.
will.
Okay.
And in this case, God's angel Samael, if you're working angel magic. Unless the Lord has been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. So without God, your soul dwells in silence, meaning without God, there's no one to teach you, there's no one to guide you, there's nothing.
Exactly.
So this idea that you can be separate from God is the beginning of all problems. It's the beginning of all of why we are asking for this reversal.
Right.
Okay, this idea that you can be separate from God.
Right.
Turn your face to God. Remember God. Remember your source. Remember that there's one source, one substance, one power, and it's unchallengeable.
Right.
And with God, literally all things are possible. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. Well, of course it did. But you have to come. You have to say, my foot slippeth.
Right.
To God. God does not come in unbidden, neither do his angels, because they do not attack and they do not invade.
Right.
In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Okay, so like I said, the multitude of your thoughts, most of them are the legion of evil thoughts, but God's comforts will delight your soul even in the midst of that. Not only that, but he'll burn away all those other thoughts. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Okay, so the throne of iniquity will not have fellowship with God, and will not frame mischief. God will not stand for mischief. God will not abide mischief. God will not support mischief. God will not support all of this nonsense that's keeping you from your good.
Okay.
And now, luckily, we know that, and we are grateful for that, and we are giving all of this inner mischief to God so that all of our outer conditions will reflect that.
Right.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. So all of your inner workers of iniquity gather themselves together against righteousness, against your soul, and condemn that which is innocent. Their main goal, your ego's main goal, is to make you think you're guilty. But you can never make yourself guilty, no matter how hard you try, but you can believe you are. And now we're asking for all of this to be lifted from us and reversed and cast into the native nothingness. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. Ha, there we go. God is your defense, and God sent his angel, his defending, avenging angel, to work on your behalf. And as long as you have a sincere heart and you are sincerely trying to work on yourself and better yourself, they're going to not only match your commitment, but they're going to outshine anything that you thought possible.
Okay.
And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yes, yea, the Lord our God shall cut them off. All of those negative thought forms, all of those workers of iniquity, all those workers of iniquity will self-destruct. Evil destroys itself.
Yeah.
Now, yes, if there are people who are wishing you ill in the world, yes, we will often see them get what's coming to them, but that's none of our business.
None of our business.
It can be good because we can recognize, oh, okay, this is working.
Yeah.
But we don't get prideful about that.
And
we don't think we're powerful. We don't think we did it. We thank God. We thank God that we are out of whatever that was, and that we are never going to allow ourselves to put ourselves in that situation again. Because ultimately it's our responsibility.
Right.
All right? So this is a very powerful song for reversing curses. And I hope you use it.
We appreciate that.
I love you very much, and I
love
can't wait
you
to
too.
work with you again.
All
Blessed
right.
be.
Bye. So y'all, that was good. So I'm going to just sum up what I got from that. You know, no matter who we think don't like us, who we think is doing whatever, you know, sending black magic, the evil eye, negative thoughts or whatever, you know, we can't let it attach to us. We got to know it's a lie, so we can't carry it in our mind. As he was saying in the video, that whatever negativity is, he's saying is mostly ours. And I take from that is because they send those negative thoughts, that black magic, we let it attach onto us. We give it attention, therefore giving it power. But if we just concentrate on God and know that we are protected, and if there is anything that's wanting to come to us and do whatever, know that it's not a problem for us. Although I'm still going to tote my crystals, burn my sage, my Palo Santo, you know, talk to my angels, which you can utilize angels. My favorite is Archangel Michael. I envision him hovering over me and mine to protect us. You know, don't hold on to negativity. Don't hold on to that energy that you feel coming towards you. Think of God's love and his love and know that he's protecting you. Don't even give your attention to that. Give it to your protection and love. Okay? So, yeah, that was great. Thank y'all for coming back to my channel to watch another video. Until the next time, be safe. Come back. Thank you.